Welcome to Becky's House of Sewing. This is April.
Ron.
The hubs. He's getting in on it.
Ron.
Okay. So my husband doesn't watch my Flosstubes. So he just discovered that there's a drinking game involved. So now it's his mission to make sure that Ron is drunk within the first 3 minutes. He can't hear you. You have to say it out loud.
That's the purpose of it.
All right, go away. So, again, this is Becky in her house of sewing, in my sewing room with a new haircut. What do you think? So it is Wednesday, April 13th. Wednesday stitching has occurred. We had like a half and half group to this week. Some were still sick. My mommy. I hope you're feeling better, Mommy. And she is feeling better. Still not up to a full stitching scenario, but she is feeling better. She's on the mend, people. We have people out on quilting classes, totally acceptable. Other people not feeling well. Other people having visitors. It was a menagerie of situations where people were not there. But it was still a lovely stitching. It's always good to sit around with a bunch of fabulous women and stitch, whether you're related to them or not. So I have some exciting news and some funny news, and which is a delight from last week, right? And then I have some prepping news. I know, be excited. Okay, so I thought I was coming to you with 2 FOs. Ron, that's just a finished object. Not an FFO is a fully finished object, which I hope I have one next week for you. But I just have finished objects today. What is funny about this is that I thought I had something completed. And then as I'm prepping it, I'm like, wait a minute, am I missing something? So I'm going to show that to you first. So here's what I thought that I had finished. I'm just going to hold it up once you see the two, see if you can compare. See, isn't he cute? He came in like a little kit. I think I talked about him already. So here's what I was so proud of myself and I thought I had completed, okay? So you tell me what is missing. I'm trying to balance something on my lap and it's not working. And now I'm trying not to sneeze. What's missing? Two points for anyone who knows it right away. But I have exciting news. Today I finished Token of Fall. Look at all her glory. Isn't she delightful? I love it. You know, I've been doing like almost 30 of these and I'm just figuring out where the camera is. Isn't that hilarious? Isn't she gorgeous? Token of Fall, people. Take a bow, bird. Bow, bow, bow. So, I literally just had no will to stitch until today. So, once again, Wednesday Stitchers saves the day. Now, I was all excited. I got my kit for Mrs. Campbell. The future holds true. Mrs. Campbell. Oh, I can't wait. Look how pretty that is. So, of course, because I work at the Container Store. I don't know if I've said that in an episode or two. I work at the Container Store. I'm an in-home designer specialist or design specialist. Please contact me for any in-home needs you may have. I bought this little case for all my silks. Look how pretty they are. I mean, even with the glare and the smudgy fingers, clearly I've had dirty hands touching this. Look how pretty. Ooh. Okay. So even having those and having it in a cute little bin, did not motivate me to get started. I don't know what was wrong with me. But now that Token of Fall, I was waiting until Token of Fall was done because it was so close. I was like, and then I'll get everything geared up. So I got my Tabby Cat linen 46 count. Hooey. Ron, do you remember what the 46 count means? It means there's 46 linen strands in an inch. So I'm going to stitch one thread over 2, which makes 23 stitches per inch. It's a lot of stitches. And they're really tiny. So this design, this is 18 by 12. And the finished design will be 12 by 9, 10-ish. So I'm very excited. I'm going to get some silk stitches in tonight as soon as we're done, which means this might be extra short. So I'm all geared up, all set to go, which means, if you noticed, I did a little zigzag so that my fraying won't be so bad, which means I turned on my sewing machine. So exciting, so exciting. So that was nice to turn her on, hear her hum again, and that's really kind of it for the day. So I plan on getting this completed, or started, not completed. Let's be real. Them's be a lots of stitches, peoples. See how many, if there's a stitch count in here. 27 colors. I don't have it right away, people. So sorry. But I'm excited to get her started. Break in this little booklet with has the little chart there in color. I don't normally like color charts, so I'll get back to you. Everyone raves about the Hands Across the Sea chart, so I can't imagine that I won't like it, but one never knows. Next week I'll have this bunny done. My bunny. And I will have it be FFO'd, Ron. So, let's see. Becky's House of Sewing hasn't been very productive. She's barely put her laundry away. Just being real. And laundry never gets done. Have you noticed that? Like the minute you put all your laundry away, there's more laundry in the laundry basket. One of life's mysteries. So this next week, I'm going to be stitching on Mrs. Campbell, probably slightly obsessively. And I think I need to focus some time on cleanup. I really need to continue to get things cleaned up so I have nice walkways in my sewing room. I feel like the bottom of my 3-tiered cart where my stitchy chair is out in the living room needs a good clean out. And I need to get, I feel like I need to get some kits together. So I still have this girl here, which is the Embroideress by Liz Matthews' mom and Kathy Barrick. And I've got it, kind of prepped on where I want to get started, and I just haven't started it yet. And I think it'll be okay to have a couple projects going. I might get obsessed. I might not, though. And it might be nice to flip some things out and get some other things done. And I'm thinking in the same vein that I would like to get the Liz Matthews Dutch sampler, all on scroll rods and ready to go. I know I got the threads ready, but I want to get the fabric ready and then get started stitching. So that's kind of in my plan. A little update. Mr. Buster has had another seizure or two, but you wouldn't notice. he's prancing around like nothing ever happened, which makes me feel better that, he's not in distress. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we just have another blip in a long time from now. That's kind of the goal. My friend in the hospital is stabilizing, knock on wood somewhere. She still has probably a long recovery to go through, but she might be coming home soon, which is nice. And I actually start getting excited about planning a trip in June. Planning trips kind of stresses me out. Like the whole thing, like I'd rather just not have to think and plan and schedule, and then you have to get ready, and then you travel, and then you gotta have the money saved for this, and so it stresses me out a little bit more than people who love to travel like my husband. But I have a family wedding and a 30-year high school reunion to go to, all within 7 days of each other. So I've got the time off approved, and started talking with my husband while going to his mom's house for dinner tonight, just the different plans and what we could do, and I actually got excited. So I'm looking forward to seeing friends and family in the summer and connecting and doing it as stress-free as possible. So that's the goal. That is the goal. It's not always the goal. And I think that's about it. So it's pretty short today. Hope that doesn't bother you, Ron. I hope I've said your name enough, Ron. I think it's really funny that Mike is my husband, Mike, or M as he likes to be called, that he's just catching on. But, it's kind of also nice that he doesn't watch the YouTubes. Not that I couldn't use the views, but yeah, I don't need commentary, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to leave you one more shot of Token of Fall, because we've been through a lot together, I feel like. I mean, I got it done relatively quickly. Start to finish kind of project. But I've talked about her a lot. Isn't it pretty? Caw-caw, caw-caw. I'm so excited. Thank you again, Liz Matthews. Not that you're ever going to watch this, but hello from Liz Matthews, one of my favorite designers. And thank you. It was quite enjoyable. I got to try out a lot of different threads. If you guys remember, I was not happy with the Bluebird. It took me 3 tries to get the right threads. So I'm very pleased with how it turned out. And now I have to contemplate how to finish. I think I want to frame it. I think that's what I'll do. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you again next week. Hopefully with lots to share, with lots of people feeling well and on the mend and stitching their little hearts out and finished objects galore. Yay! Lots of progress on Mrs. Campbell though, right? Yeah. Isn't that pretty? Let's do it. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go stitch. Bye.